day to everyone. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat and welcome to the website of Philippine News. These are our stories for the day. The Philippines takes a proactive role to protect its nationals and gets ready for their removal at Gaza. The Philippines said last November 19th that it was sending two response rapid teams of diplomats to the Middle East to prepare for possible evacuations of its national in the conflict-torn Gaza. One team was heading to Egypt and another to Israel later Monday to help countries' Philippine embassies design an exit strategy for Filipinos there. Foreign Department spokesman Raul Hernandez said, "The Department of Foreign Affairs wanted to be proactive and not be caught flat-footed when the time comes for moving them out and taking them out of harm's way." Hernandez said there were about 100 Filipinos in Gaza who may need to be evacuated, although so far nobody's asked for Manila's help. Many Filipinos in Gaza are married to Palestinians and may be reluctant to leave. However, the government is still readying contingency plans to evacuate them, either via the border with Egypt or through Jordan. Hernandez added about 41,000 Filipinos live in Israel and they may also need diplomatic assistance due to the escalating violence. Roughly 9 million Filipinos work around the world, earning much more than they could in their poverty-stricken home country. The money they send home is a major pillar of the economy, but they are often exposed to these dangers overseas, such as this present conflict between the Hamas and the Israelis at Gaza. Trustee Charles Ferrer breaks race barrier in New Jersey town. Charles Ferrer has been elected to serve on the 5-member Bergenfield Board of Education. 2 seats were up for cycle. Ferrer defeated 1 incumbent and 2 challengers. According to results from the Bergen County Clerk, Ferrer received the votes with 2,325, followed by the trustee Ralph Messina, who won re-election, receiving 1,907 of Bergenfield to represent them on the Bergenfield Board of Education. With his election, Ferrer will be the first Filipino and Asian American to serve on the Bergenfield Board of Education. Ferrer will be sworn in early January. A senior at Penn State University, Ferrer is majoring in geography with a minor in sociology. He has served as a teaching and research assistant for the past 2 years and has been part of the student government representing over 1,200 students in the College of Earth and Mineral Science. Ferrer hopes to bring in a fresh, enthusiastic voice to the school board while bringing innovative ideas to the table. He will work to increase visibility, improve transparency, and expand opportunities to the school district. Ferrer's board all-around perspective will help to engage with every stakeholder in the Bergenfield Public Schools. Brian Viloria nabs unified world titles. Brian the Hawaiian Punch Viloria continues to prove to the world that he's one of the best fighters out there by knocking out Mexican champion Hernan Tyson Marquez and unifying the WBO and WBA World Flyweight titles last November 17th at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles, California. In a championship fight that some boxing experts would consider to be the fight of the year, Viloria had to ferociously battle a tough slugfest all night with a resurgent Marquez, who got knocked down 3 times during their championship match. Viloria, who unified 2 world titles for the first time in his boxing career, prepared for a grueling fight with Marquez, who was considered by Ring Magazine to be the #1 contender in the weight division. He constantly pounded the Mexican warrior's body in the early rounds with hook shots that eventually led him to suffer fatigue in the late rounds. Viloria, who is now considered to be one of the top fighters in his weight division, due to his knockout victories over boxing contender Omar Romero and former pound-for-pound champion Giovanni Segura. He says he's willing to fight anybody. Viloria's record improves to 32 wins with 19 knockouts and only 3 losses with 1 knockout. Ice skating phenomenon Michael Christian Martinez wins gold in Romania. Philippine ice skating phenomenon Michael Christian Martinez lands back-to-back triple axels in a near-flawless free skate program en route to gold medal finish at the International Skating Union, or the ISU, which sanctioned the 13th Crystal Skate held last week in Brasov, Romania. The big victory was a fitting gift to Martinez, who turned 16 last November 4th, the day of the competition. And with that winning performance, the multi-talented kid from Muntinlupa, Metro Manila, has moved to the 10th in the world overall ranking among senior ice skaters. He is but 2 points shy of earning a berth in the World Championship to be held sometime in March of 2013. The Romanian stint was an auspicious debut for Martinez, who was campaigning in the senior for the first time. According to Martinez, he never thought that he had any chance at all, considering that it was his first senior men's event. He was nervous because he was competing against seasoned skaters. Martinez's next important competition is the Philippine National Championship on November 24th to 25th, and he will be pitting against talents with senior skaters, including 2 Filipino-Americans aged 20 and 22, who both grew up and trained in the United States. During the community memorial mass for Alex Clamato, an extraordinary outpouring of love took place for the father of empowerment. Oh, Mr. E would have definitely approved. Over 300 people gathered last week at St. Anne's of the Sunset in San Francisco to say thank you and goodbye to Alex Clamato, the founding publisher of Philippine News and founding national chair of the National Federation of Filipino-American Association, who passed away last November 4th in his hometown in Padre Burgos, Leyte. World War II veterans, whose quest for equity was Clamato's lifelong aspiration, sat proudly in a pew behind the Clamato family. What began with a mass presided by Father Art Albano of Mission Dolores, assisted by Clamato's longtime right hand and now Deacon Ben Salvan, concluded with the honor's favorite song, Impossible Dream, led by Enrico Saboren, and sung in unison as congregants linked arms, a signature Clamato display of unity. In unity, there is strength, is a motto straight out of Clamato's book. Also, truth will win if told, which is the motto emblazoned in his newspaper's masthead. Clamato's courage impressed his political enemies, and in the end, Clamato always won. And this has been your weekly news in review. This news has been brought to you by the premier Filipino-American newspaper here in the United States, the Philippine News. On behalf of the management and staff of the Philippine News, this is David Rodriguez signing off and thanking everyone for listening. Maraming salamat po. Have a wonderful week and mabuhay po sa inyong lahat.